Hello students, welcome to Don Bosco PU College online classes. We are trying our best to make teaching learning experience easy to our students. So subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to never miss any update.
Dear students, let us move on to another grammar part, that is the verb forms. So you all know what is a verb. So one of the parts of the speech is verb. Verb shows an action or state of being. It need not be an action always. Okay? It need not denote a work like I am playing. In that, playing is a verb. So it is an action verb or action word. Whereas in a sentence like I am a girl, in this there is no action word, but the state of being, that am, is called as a verb. This is a rose. So in this sentence, is a verb. Just the state of being is also called a verb. Verbs have different forms, depends on the time of action. So we usually use three different times like present, past and future. So depending on the time, we change the verbs. Playing, play, I play cricket. Play becomes present tense. If it is yesterday, I say I played cricket, so played. So if it is in the future, I say I shall play cricket, shall play. So depending on the time, the form of the verb changes. That you should keep in mind. So present, past and future tense forms. So we have mainly three tense forms. Accordingly, the verb in the sentence changes. The present tense forms, let us see. A simple present tense. First of all, let us see simple present tense. I learn English. In the just there is a subject, verb and object. I learn English. So learn becomes verb here and it is in simple present tense. It can be a daily action or it can be the action of the present moment. Now let us see present continuous tense. So you all should keep in mind that when you hear about continuous tense, ing is must. There should be a helping verb and ing. So present continuous means am, are, is plus ing. So if I say I, you have to use am. I am learning English. If it is she, is. He is. It is. They are. We are. So you should know when we use am we use for I, then are we use for we and they, is we use for he, she, it. So all this you have to keep in mind and ing should be used in continuous tense. Then we have present perfect tense. Present perfect tense we have or has plus past participle we use. So when I use I have to use have. I have, we have, they have. If it is she has, he has and it has. So learnt is past participle of learn. So learnt past tense and past participle also is learnt. I have learnt English. Now present perfect continuous, we mostly do not use it. So can you think of an example? Using the same tense, can you change to present perfect continuous? So in present perfect continuous, have or as plus been plus ing should come. So for example, if I can change this sentence, I have been learning English. I have been learning English. They have been learning English. We have been learning English. If it is he, she, it, he has been learning English. She has been learning English. It has been learning English. So you should keep in mind the formula of a present tense, simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense and present perfect continuous tense. Let us move on to past tense forms. So simple past, same sentence in simple past. Now you should see that the verb should be in the past tense. So I learnt English. I learnt English. If it is past continuous tense, I was learning English. So was or were plus ing. I was, she was, it was, they were, we were. If there are many, you have to use were. If it is only one person, was. Was, were plus ing should come because it is a continuous tense. That is why you have to use ing. Example, I was learning English. I was learning English. Now let us move on to past perfect tense. Had plus past participle should come. So you know when it is present perfect tense, any perfect tense you have to use past participle form of the verb. So I had learnt English. Learnt is past participle, we have already seen. So since it's past perfect, you have to add the word had. So I had learnt English. Now past perfect continuous tense. So in that you have to use had. For any pronoun you have to use had. I had, she had, it had, they had, we had. For everything it is had. But whereas in present tense you have to use has or have depending on the number of the noun. So here it is, I had been learning English. I had been learning English becomes past perfect tense. Usually past perfect continuous tense is not asked for you in the examination while you change the verb forms, but you should know it for life. Next we move on to future tense forms. Now let us learn about simple future tense. Simple future tense, shall or will and present form. Verb should be in present form even in future tense. So I shall learn English. It is in the future, okay? I shall learn English maybe tomorrow evening. That way, I shall learn English. And future continuous tense, shall or will plus be plus ing. So I shall be learning English. I shall be learning English. Future perfect, shall or will plus have plus past participle. So I shall have learnt English. I shall have learnt English. Future perfect continuous, I shall have been learning English. Shall or will plus have plus been plus ing. Actually we will not concentrate so much on future perfect continuous, but till future perfect you should be thorough with to answer the questions that come under verb forms. So future perfect, shall or will plus have plus past participle, that is I shall have learned English. Now let us discuss some questions, exam oriented questions. Okay, these are taken from your textbook. The commission met and the members declare. declare. Since it is just declare, you can't say have declared. They have not given you any other helping verb there. So you should use, since this story had taken place in the past tense, you have to use the past form of the verb here. So the commission met and the members declared that they have here is there. Since this had taken place in the past tense, past tense of have is had, past tense of hear is heard, so they had heard sufficient evidence from both sides. They dash, yeah, just announce is given, no helping verb is given, so they announced their verdict. Hearing it, the man dashed to grumble. Begin past tense is began to grumble. So the answer is the commission met and the members declared that they had heard sufficient evidence from both sides. They announced their verdict. Hearing it, the man began to grumble. Next question. Once upon a time, a man. Again, this had taken place in the past. So, you have to change all the verbs to past tense. Live past tense is lived. A man lived in a hut at the edge of a forest. An elephant, make past tense is made friendship with him. One day, when it dash, be plus rain. So whenever there is be, that is a state of being. I told you already. Be means you have to use any helping verb like is, are, was, were. Okay? You should keep this in mind. Be means is or are or were, am. All these are be forms. Please keep this in mind. So since here everything is in the past tense, here be form of the verb is was. So was raining heavily. Whenever helping verb is used, you have to use ing. Was rained is wrong. Many have answered this time. For the preparatory exam, was rained that way. It is wrong. So was raining heavily. The elephant request past tense is requested. Requested the man to allow him to put his trunk in his hut. So the answer is, once upon a time a man lived in a hut at the edge of a forest. An elephant made friendship with him. One day when it was raining heavily, the elephant requested the man to allow him to put his trunk in his hut. Next question. The lion was the king of the jungle. He dash. Again past tense. Want past tense is wanted. Wanted to have peace in his kingdom. So he appoint past tense is appointed, a commission of inquiry. Mr. Fox be here. So since everything is in the past tense, be past form is here was. Mr. Fox was the chairman. On seeing the members, the man demand past tense is demanded to include one from his side. The lion was the king of the jungle. He wanted to have peace in his kingdom. So he appointed a commission of inquiry. Mr. Fox was the chairman. On seeing the members, the man demanded to include one from his side. Move on to the next question. Once the commission of inquiry, again this had taken place in the past tense, same lesson, all the verbs should be in the past tense. Sit past tense is sat to take the evidence. The elephant come past tense is came along with the superior air. He justify past tense is justified his act or occupying the act of occupying the hut. The man be Here be is in the past tense, so was plus waiting. Wait becomes waiting for his opportunity to give evidence. So the answer is, once the commission of enquiry sat to took the evidence, the elephant came along with the superior air. He justified his act of occupying the hut. The man was waiting for his opportunity to give evidence. Next question, question number 5. The members of the Commission of Enquiry declared that they dash. Now here comes perfect tense. Have becomes had because in the past tense. So have becomes had, and heard past participle is here, past participle is heard. Have plus heard sufficient evidence. Then they enjoy, past tense is enjoyed, a delicious meal at the expense of Mr. Elephant. Finally they decide, past tense is decided, to give the judgment in favor of Mr. Elephant. The man accept, past tense is accepted, the judgment. The answer is, the members of the Commission of Enquiry declared that they had heard sufficient evidence. Then they enjoyed a delicious meal at the expense of Mr. Elephant. Finally, they decided to give the judgment in favor of Mr. Elephant. The man accepted the judgment. Next question. It was quite a big city. I dash. Even this Orumanushan lesson had taken place in the past tense. So all the verbs should be in the past tense. Stay, past tense is stayed. I stayed in a small room in that city. I dash. Carry, past tense is carried. On a profession of teaching English. I is missing there. I teach becomes taught. T-A-U-G-H-T, not T-H-O-U-G-H-T. Most of you have written for this exam, teach past tense is thought. That is, think becomes thought. So please don't make that mistake again. So taught them to write addresses in English. People pay past tense is paid. 1 anna to 4 annas for writing an address. The answer is, it was quite a big city. I stayed in a small room in that city. I carried on a profession of teaching English. I taught them to write addresses in English. People paid 1 anna to 4 annas for writing an address. Next question. By tradition, the people of the city dash soldiers. So again, past tense of be. Be form is was. So was soldiers. The people of the city dash soldiers. Now was I cannot use here because, why do you say? Here there are many people. So when we have many people, we have to use were, not was. If there is one person, we could have used was. So the people of the city were soldiers, but some of them go past tense went to distant places. Many others serve past tense is served as watchmen. Money was highly valued by them. For money they will, past tense would. So would do. When would comes, this is in the future tense, so you can't use past form of the verb here. Do, future tense is do only. So they would do anything, even commit murder. Next, by tradition, the people of the city dash soldiers. That's already over, by mistake repeated. I got up at 4 p.m. and dash. So got up, already denotes past tense. So finished becomes finished. My daily chores. Then I step becomes stepped. stepped out for a meal. I have becomes add. I had 14 rupees in the wallet which was in my coat pocket. I enter becomes entered a restaurant and ordered a meal. Next question. The narrator put his hands in his coat pocket to pay the bill. But he begin past tense is began. So but he began to sweat and almost digest. Digest past tense is digested. In an instant all that he had eaten. Had eaten. Why? Because have becomes had. Eat past participle is eaten. The reason be here is since the sentences in the past tense, be past form becomes was. That is, wallet was not there. Next question, 10th one. It dash a busy restaurant. So again, past form of be is was. It was a busy restaurant. When the narrator did not pay the bill, the owner give past tense is gave a loud guffaw. He catch but past tense becomes caught. You are making mistake with caught. C-O-T you are writing. It is wrong. C-A-U-G-H-T. Caught spelling. Caught him by the lapels of his coat and told him to put down the money. All the people, many people are there. So B forms becomes were and looking at him like angry wolves, because be plus looking when it comes, be helping verb was and looking at him like hungry wolves. 11th one. Naziruddin Sheikh was Babar Ali's father. Babar Ali's father. He dash a jute seller. Be past form is was. He was a jute seller. He dash his son Baba. Support past tense becomes supported. He supported his son Baba. All his ventures. Thus Babar Ali start past tense started his own school at the age of 9. Today 800 students B plus get are getting. Why? Today it is. So you can't use the past form of the verb here. So today becomes present form. So are getting education in a school. 12th question. Babar Ali school dash grow past tense is grew out of a game. In the play school Babar Ali was the teacher. His friend dash have not seen. Okay, have not seen the inside of a school. Have not seen is wrong. Since the sentence is in the past tense, you have to say had not seen, because we have started with the past tense. They enjoyed playing. The students enjoy past tense becomes enjoyed. They dash end past tense is ended. They ended up learning arithmetic and enjoying it. So the full answer is Babar Ali school grew out of a game. In the play school Babar Ali was the teacher. His friends had not seen the inside of a school. They enjoyed playing students. They ended up learning arithmetic and enjoying it. Next question, 13th one. Gradually Babar Ali's name spread. Help begin past tense is began. Help began to come from other quarters. When Babar Ali think, past tense becomes thought. Of a midday meal scheme, the rice, that should be came, I think. Okay, come past tense, came from his father's fields. But now he get past tense. Now, since it is now, you can't use past tense. You have to use present tense. Get present tense. He becomes, since he is there, so you have to say gets. He gets it from the government stock. third person singular, so you have to add s with the verb. So please keep all these rules in mind or else you will make mistakes. Gradually Babar Ali's name spread. Help began to come from other quarters. When Babar Ali thought of a midday meal scheme, the rice came from his father's fields, but now he gets it from the government stock. Next question. The goddess appeared before Mara. She dashed him. Now past tense you have to use. Tell past tense. Told him. To give her message to the king. She say. Say past tense. Said. So she said that a tank, have past tense, had to be built to the river Veda. Mara be past tense was wait, ing you have to use. Whenever be comes, ing you should remember, was waiting for an opportunity to meet the king. So 15th one and the last question that we are going to discuss today. As we drove through the foothills of the Alps, two small boys dash. Again this lesson is in the past tense. Stop past tense becomes stopped as on the outskirts of Verona. They dash strawberries. B plus sell. So was, B becomes was, sell becomes selling. They, since they are there, many are there, you can't use was, you have to use were. So they were selling strawberries that look past tense is looked. They looked delicious against the green leaves lining the basket. We want past tense is wanted. Wanted to buy fruits from them. So, as we drove through the foothills at the Alps, two small boys stopped us on the outskirts of Verona. They were selling strawberries that looked delicious against the green leaves lining the basket. We wanted to buy fruits from them.